I was fine my entire life. I never had any weird symptoms or sicknesses. I lived what most people would call a normal life until grade 8. I was noticing a few times a month I'd feel really nauseous for no reason. I passed it off as just an annoyance, but then it kept getting worse and worse. Until one night, I woke up in the middle of the night feeling like complete crap. I thought I was going to puke at any second. At first I just thought it was a stomach flu, but then it never went away. And basically, ever since that night, I've been nauseous. To some extent, at least. It's kind of weird when you think about it, I guess, but I'm pretty much always nauseous. I mean, sometimes it's just kind of that queasy feeling, but it's always there. At first, it was really hard to deal with. I would have anxiety attacks a few times a day because of all the stress that I had from, literally it went from me being pretty much perfectly fine to being bedridden. For 2 months straight I was completely out of school. I lost a lot of weight and I'm already pretty small. I was at the hospital several times in the 2 months. I couldn't even go for a walk, like around the block, without feeling horrible after. Eating was hard. I could do nothing. I literally had no life. And it was really, really, really horrible. Those were probably the worst 2 months of my life. But in May, I finally went back to school because I was so sick of it, and it wasn't that I got better, it's that I was just so completely frustrated and tired of being sick that I couldn't take it anymore. I emotionally couldn't take it anymore. So I forced myself to go to school, and it went okay. I mean, it was hard to get back into school after being out for so long, but I was really happy I did, because it was like finally getting my life back, or trying to. I still miss school because I was sick. The sickness didn't really go away, but it definitely improved. And then grade 9 started, and I started high school. It went okay for a while, but by the time November came around, I was missing way too much school and I was failing all of my classes because I just couldn't make it to class enough. And so I was forced to drop out. I ended up getting a tutor, and that's basically what I've been doing since. I still go into school to see my friends and to hang out with them, but I can't last a whole day. Basically, after an hour or so of being out and about, I start getting really nauseous and dizzy. I black out a few times a day. I guess it's just something you learn to deal with. To me, it's normal now. I really can't picture my life without my sickness. In a way, I'm grateful that I have it, because I look at things so much more, I guess with so much more sympathy now. Because, I mean, my sickness taught me that anything can happen to anyone. I mean, this is something that is so rare, but it happened to me. And the fact that I was completely fine my entire life, and then one day everything just went completely downhill. It's pretty crazy. And, you know, so many different people have different problems, and I mean, I'm not the only one with problems. Everyone has problems. So I guess this has taught me to just, you know, don't assume that someone's, you know, just just having the greatest life. Don't assume that their problems aren't big. Don't assume anything about anyone, because until you know exactly what they're going through, you really cannot even, you can't begin to understand. And I mean, this has made me so much more grateful for the things that I do have, because before I was sick, I definitely took my health for granted. I mean, it wasn't even like, it didn't even cross my mind. Health was just something that I always had. I mean, sure, I'd get the occasional flu or cold, but it's just, it was something that you never would have expected to disappear or disintegrate or get worse. I mean, and now that, I mean, so many people take their health for granted by doing drugs and, you know, becoming alcoholics and just smoking. Your health is something that you pretty much base the rest of your life on, because if you weren't healthy, you couldn't do anything. Health is what keeps you alive. And I guess I only realized how important it was once I lost it. I would do anything to get my health back, to get my life back. But if I don't, I can deal with this. If I could give one message to everyone, it would be, don't take anything you have for granted. Because you could lose it so fast. And I mean, what good is something when it's gone? It's kind of like a hard lesson to learn, because most people don't, you know, appreciate things until they're gone, until they've lost them. So, I mean, I'm grateful for at least not being in a hospital bed, dying. I mean, it could be worse, and I know that. So, you know, it's hard sometimes, and sometimes I feel really, really, you know, crappy, because there's so much things that I want to do, and I can't because I'm sick. I can't go shopping for a whole day. I can barely go shopping for an hour without getting sick. I mean, I can't go to school. I can't get a job because I can't be reliable enough. I know now to be thankful for anything and everything in my life, because I don't know when any little thing that I am grateful to have, that I like having, could disappear. I try my best to just, you know, live my life to the fullest that I can, with the drawbacks of the sickness, but I think I have a pretty good life, all in all. I mean, I complain a lot, and life can be pretty crappy sometimes, but I know there's people out there that wish they could do half the things I'm able to do. So I'm really happy that I have the life that I do.